Hello, friendly people of the internet. I am Hyper Super Sora, and what could be the deck I'm playing for this format? It's Swordsoul. I like Swordsoul. Specifically, it's tangy Swordsoul. But why explain when I could just show you? Take it away, Sora.
Thanks, Sora. As we said, this is my Swordsoul Tangy deck profile, and let's not waste any time. Let's get into the Tangy part of it. First up, we got Tangy Spirit Ashuna, which has the Tangy effect. If you control no effect monsters, you can special summon it from your hand. And its unique effect is that you can banish it from the graveyard, special summon one Tangy from the deck. But this does worm lock you. Next, we got Tangy Spirit Ashuna, who has the special summon effect that all Tangies have. But you can banish it from the graveyard, target one of your opponent's card, and return it to the hand. Not bad at all. I like it for going second. Next, we got Tangy Spirit Editara. This belongs at 2. It has the usual Tangy effect, but you can banish it to target one of your worm monsters that's banished and add it to your hand. Not bad at all. Then we got Tangy Spirit Shathuna, which has the Tangy effect. And its unique effect, if a non-effect monster you control would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard, target one of those destroyed monsters, special summon it, then destroy one monster your opponent controls. It's the better out of the level 4 Tangies, but it's a level 4 Tangy, which sometimes you need. Next, you got the Sword-Souls. You got Long Wan, which discards a worm or Sword-Soul to special summon itself and a token. This is how you get into your level 10 synchros. It's honestly the second best Swordsoul. Next you got Swordsoul Taya, only at 2 because it's kind of the worst, but sometimes the best Swordsoul you need, which banishes a worm or Swordsoul card to special summon the token, and so pretty decent. Next we got Moye, which most people consider the best Swordsoul, which on normal summon reveals a worm or Swordsoul to special summon the token. Next is the honorary Swordsoul, Ecclesia, which is better going second, I will admit, so I understand if you cut this down a bit, but I play 3 of it. Which you can special summon if your opponent controls more monsters than you do. And he contributes itself, quick effect, to special summon a Swordsoul from deck. Not bad at all. I play 3 of it. Next we go into the spells and traps. We got Swordsoul Emergence, which adds a Swordsoul or worm if you control a synchro monster from deck to hand. You love this card. And a card I'm playing that everyone else is cutting is Sacred Summit. I don't know why everyone's cutting this. It's an in-archetypal searchable monster reborn. Now, this should probably be at 2. Ooh, Vessel of the Dragon Circle. Which is send one more worm from your deck to the graveyard. And if you control a non-effect monster, it lets you add a Tangy from deck to hand with a different attribute. Now, originally I was sleeping on this card until I figured out it was Foolish Burial and Rhoda in 1, but it can sometimes break, so I understand playing 2. Next, Two-Pounded Desires. It says draw 2 and banish 10. We like to banish stuff. We can trigger our level 10 synchro off of this. Next up is Monster Reborn, perfectly cuttable, but I play it anyway. Harpy's Feather Duster, perfectly cuttable, but I play it anyway. And Called by the Grave, which I say is not completely cuttable, but I play it anyway. We've also got Swordsoul Blackout, which is Icarus attack, but slightly worse. Since it has to be exactly 2. I can't just target 1, which does come up every now and again. And my hand traps of choice, 3 Ash Blossom and 3 Infinite Impermanence. On to the extra deck. 3 Monk of the Tangy. This has come up a lot for me. I think that's because I'm not very experienced with the deck, or maybe I just get into those grindy scenarios, but it does come up. Next we got Shaman of the Tangy, which I will admit, I have never actually once summoned. So maybe it's cuttable? I don't know. Next we got Yazi, Evil of the Yang, which is not perfectly cuttable since this card has saved my ass more than once, so I will not cut it. Now I know you're asking, Sora, how are we making a level 7? This deck can only really make level 10 and 8, or occasionally 11, Synchro. Oh sir, you didn't realize that you could banish the Swordsoul spells and traps to modulate levels, to make level 9s, level 7s, level 11s, heavens all the way through, so you can make Yazi without a problem. Next up we got Baxia, the Brightness of the Yang, which is a going second card and frankly has helped me out a lot. Next we have 2 Swordsoul Master, Chi Zhao, I believe it's how it's pronounced. But this searches stuff, it can see your combos going. It also is an effect builder on legs, so it's nice. Next, Draco Berserker of the Tangy. Don't sleep on this card. I love banishing Eldridge or Alistair with this. It's so funny to see your opponent go, you just banished all my copies of Eldridge, I guess I have no win condition. Now for those really high roll hands, you can get Agate on the field, which if you have a water monster in your graveyard, which Moye happens to be, gets a spell and trap negate. Next we've got the newest Swordsoul, what? Haunting Long One? I don't know. But I like how I went a full 360 of this card. Originally liking it, realized it didn't negate, then hating it, then going back to liking it again for completely different reasons. Now, if you haven't seen my video on it, I don't blame you, I forget how to read. But you summon this first, you summon another Swordsoul, it lets you draw a card. You can banish the spell and trap, so banish a spell and trap a quick effect speed, which gets rid of those pesky field and continuous spells and deals burn damage, and it also Solemn Warnings. Perfectly good. But Baroness de Fleur is still better, which is an Omni-Negate and can get rid of stuff. I still play Qingyang because big number hit hard, indestructible most of the time, and go for game pretty easily. Credit to DZ for thinking of this. Psychic and Punisher is a level 11. Sometimes you'll have a token and you'll have one of the bigger Yang Zings on your field and you just need to sync them off to get into something. This is something to sync off. Now, when your life points are less or equal than your opponent, on this Synchro Summon card is unaffected by your opponent's activated card effects. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points. That's the Psychic's gimmick, is paying life points. Target one monster you control, and one monster your opponent controls, banish them. At the start of the battle phase, you can make this card gain an attack equals to the difference between your life points and your opponent's life points. Just the difference. So yeah, occasionally this can go for a game. This is the newest card I have in here, so play around with this, see if you like it or not. And the side deck's just stuff I'm experimenting with. So that was the Swordsoul Tangy deck. I'll leave it to Michael to end this video.
So that was my Swordsoul deck. It could use a bit of tweaking here and there. I'm still thinking of ideas, seeing where the format lays out. Particularly Crossout Designator and Nibiru would come to mind. Maybe some dimensional barriers. But I'm satisfied with this list for right now. But I do know what I can do to tinker or to make it a little bit better next time you see it. But until next time, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below what you thought of the deck. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe to see more of my amazing content. And hit that little notification bell to see when I upload all the time. Until next time, I've been Hyper Super Sora. Sayonara.